Okay, so hello everyone. I'm just gonna jump right into it. I've already done my brows off camera. I only did them off camera because they need to be done. Like, they need to be done bad, so it takes a little bit longer for me to do them. So I just decided to do them off camera. I'm gonna be doing a fall vampy smoky eye look kind of thing. So first I'm gonna pin my hair back. And then, so now I'm gonna take this P. Louise eyeshadow base. I'm only gonna take a little bit. So I think I'm going to start off with the chocolates by Juvias place. This little mini palette has like these really pretty like brown shades in them. I think I'm going to start off with a little bit of this shade in my crease as a transition color. I'm gonna start with a fluffy brush. I'm going to use this Wet n Wild brush. This is it does not say, it's just a fluffy Wet n Wild brush. Another fluffy brush, and I'm gonna blend out those edges just so I can get like that seamless, like that seamless blend, not such a harsh line. Okay, so to blend out my edges, I'm going to use this e.l.f. crease brush. It's just a small little fluffy brush. It's not too fluffy, but it gets right in those little corners.
Life is just always mysterious and surprising. You never know what's around the next corner. You never know what's around the next corner. So.
Now next, I'm going to take, I think I'm gonna go right in with this dark shade right here, and I'm gonna blend that a little lower, but right below this color, right in the crease. To kind of darken it up a little bit before we actually get to the darker color. Okay, so I'm gonna use another slightly fluffy brush. It's a little bit more dense. This is a Beauty Accents blending eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna take that darker shade, just a little bit, tap off the excess, and I'm gonna put this right here in my crease. To take another fluffy brush. Now this is going to be slightly a smaller brush just so I can blend out these edges and give it that seamless blend into the lighter brown shade. So now I'm going to take this Wet n Wild brush. So again, this one doesn't have a name on it, a name or a number, but it's smaller than the first one we used, and we're just gonna blend these edges, but we're gonna keep it right in the crease. Now I'm gonna take this Jaclynhill palette with Morphe, this Morphe Jaclynhill palette. Mine looks crazy. I've had mine for a while now. I think I've had mine since it came out. But I'm just gonna take this, please don't mind the way it looks, but it looks insane. So I'm gonna take this black shade right here at the bottom, and I'm going to take this flat brush. This actually doesn't say it. This is a really old brush, the name rubbed off, but it's just this flat brush, and I'm just going to take this black shade and I'm going to tap off the excess. I'm going to pack this right here on top of my lid, literally right here. I'm not going to take it too far up or too far in. I'm just going to pack it right here.
It's surprising. You never know what's around the next corner. You never know what's around the next corner.
Now to blend that out, I'm going to take the Wet n Wild fluffy brush that we use for the second brown color, and I'm going to blend that all together. I'm actually going to take this brown that is right above the black in this Jaclynhill palette. I'm going to take this brown right here, and I'm going to use a little bit of this just to blend those colors together to get that seamless look. I'm going to keep those shades right in the crease. I'm actually gonna take this this fluffy eye blender brush, this e.l.f. brush. It's a lot more fluffy. I just think that the first brush that we used was just a little too dense for me. So again, I'm gonna go in with that brown, keep this right here in the crease, and blend it all together. I feel like y'all can't tell a difference. Whatever, it's a look. Trust me, it's a look. Girl, it's a look. Okay, so now moving on to the face. Now, for the face, I'm gonna take this, just a little makeup wipe, and I'm gonna clean up under my eyes, where the eyeshadow may have fallen out. I'm just gonna clean up a little bit. Now, I have really dry skin. Like, if I don't moisturize right, my skin will flake up. So I don't always use a primer, but I've already moisturized my face. I moisturize with just Nivea lotion. But today I am going to prime my face. I'm going to actually, okay, so I'm actually going to use this e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dew Primer. Just kind of looks like this. So I'm going to prime. I just like to put it right on my face. Just gonna put it all over. When I first used this, I was kind of nervous because I have sensitive skin along with dry skin, and this has a really strong smell. Kind of smells like fruity in a way. I don't really know how to put it, but I thought it was gonna like break me out, but it didn't. It actually is really, really nice. I actually really like it. It's when you're done, it kind of gives like that sticky feel. It makes me feel like it like holds my foundation in place all day. So I just go in and rub that in with my fingers. So I have my damp beauty sponge. This is a Real Technique blending sponge. So I had bought a lot of new products, and I'm late on the bandwagon to some of them, but one of them was this Born to Glow NYX foundation. It's a naturally radiant foundation. It looks like this. Now I am in the shade Caramel. I'm just gonna shake this up just a little bit. apply some to the back of my hand, and then just dot it right all over my face. Now for my foundation, I am going to take my earrings out just because I don't want to get any makeup on my earrings. Just want to dot that all over. Now when I originally bought this makeup, okay, so I did a poll on Instagram and I did a poll on Facebook to review these products on live or on YouTube, make a video. Everybody, well, majority of the votes were YouTube, but then I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do both. But I thought about it. I was like, I have no idea how any of this is gonna turn. I changed my mind. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do both. But then because we cannot test everything and make sure it matches our skin properly in stores, I was like, you know what, I don't even want to get on live and I don't want to do this if this is going to be a complete fail and it's not going to match my skin and all kind of stuff. So I had already worn this, and the foundation, it matches pretty well, good enough. I think it was as close as I can get it. So when I originally did my makeup off camera just to see how I like the products, I hated my makeup. Now I don't know why I hated it. I think it was because of the bronzer I had. I bought some Morphe bronzer. It was the, I forget what it's called. It was the, I think it was like the glamorous, it was glam something, I forget what it was called. But when I used the bronzer, it had like a red undertone. I do not like red undertones for my bronzer. I kind of like more like of a darker color. So I hated it. I hated it when I initially did it. But then as it set into my skin throughout the day, I really did like it. Like, it grew on me. But I knew that it just wouldn't have worked the way I needed to. So I exchanged it for this Complexion Pro palette. Now the Pro palette, it comes with highlighters, blushes, like under eye highlight powder. It has contours and bronzers in it, which I will show you guys. So I'm hoping that works out a little bit better. I have not used it yet and I just got it, so I'm hoping it looks right. I did do some swatches on my hand before I left Ulta when I bought it. The swatches look pretty good. But, oh, and then I'm trying not to put a lot of foundation on my forehead just because I think I want to do, I think I want to put a scarf on with this look once I'm done. I just don't know yet, so I don't want to cake my forehead. But I'm going to take the bottom of this Real Technique sponge and just blend everything in to make sure there's no harsh lines from my makeup brush. You want to just pat it in. You don't want to rub it in or nothing like that, because I don't move your foundation around. So I'm just gonna pat it all in. Another new product that I got was were these NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealers. Now I have two. I have one in beige and one in caramel. Caramel is closer to my skin tone, so I'm gonna go in with this first. Now these concealers do oxidize, so I'm gonna put this right under my eye. I'm gonna use this to conceal any discoloration or any darkness. This will oxidize to my color. I'm gonna go right all the way out. I'm gonna put this around my lip. Around my mouth is kind of darker. So I'm gonna conceal those, and then I'm gonna go ahead and place some under the other eye. So when I do my concealer, I like to let my concealer sit for a couple minutes. I feel like the longer you let it sit, the thicker it'll be, so the more coverage you will have. So I'm gonna let this sit for a minute and then we will go back and blend it out. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the pointy side of this sponge, and I'm gonna start with around my mouth and blend this out. Again, using tapping motions. go in with the again, the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer, and I'm going to use the shade beige to highlight. Now when I highlight, I'm going to just put a little bit right in the inner corner right here. I'm not going to drag it all the way down. I'm not going to take it too far in. I learned this technique from I think her name is Natasha S on YouTube, and when I tried it, I was like, girl, this blends so nice and it does not drag too far. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Okay, so after that's set for a couple minutes, I'm going to use the opposite side of the pointy side of the sponge that I used to blend the other concealer. So I'm going to start with to cream contour. I think I'm going to use this LA Girl Pro Conceal and the shade Toast.
You never know what's around the next corner. So. Life is just always mysterious and surprising. You never know what's around the next corner. You never know what's around the next corner.
So another thing that I bought was this Maybelline Fit Me loose finish powder. I normally use the Airspun powder, but it's given me like an ashy look. There is no flashback with the Airspun powder, but it's been giving me like this kind of ashy look. So I like something with a little yellow tint. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. I have not used this yet, so I don't know how I will like it, but we will see. I've been seeing a lot of people speak highly of it, so hopefully it works for me. So I'm gonna go right in with the sponge just like this, and I'm gonna tap the excess off right on the back of my hand. And then first we're gonna go and lightly tap that in, and then we're gonna press this into the foundation. Make sure it's all blended into the foundation to give you that that nice clean finish. Once you have that blended in nicely, then that's when you want to go back and you can put a little bit more and then actually do like the baking method. So that's what I'm gonna do. Now I'm going to take my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder, setting powder. So I'm going to use this to set the rest of my face that does not have the loose finish powder. So I'm going to use this fluffy brush. I actually got this brush in a Target set. I don't know what kind of brush this is actually, but it's a nice fluffy brush. I'm going to go in with this and just set the rest of my face with that powder.
You never know what's around the next corner.
Now, this is the Complexion Pro palette that I was telling you guys about, this Morphe face palette. Now, this has 8 shades. This has a matte brightener, matte contour, 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, and 2 totally lit highlighter formulas. So let's see how this works out. And I got the palette 8T, Totally Tan. And so I'm gonna take this fluffy, it's a cosmetics brush. This is the airbrush powder brush. I'm just gonna go in that second bronzer shade, tap off the excess, and then blend this right into the hollows of my cheeks. The buffing brush. So I'm gonna use this buffing brush to blend out everything and dust the setting powder away. Now to bring some color back to the face, we're gonna go back in with the bronzer. Apply some more to the hollows of the cheeks. Now, to clean up underneath, I am just going to take my sponge again, just do a little bit of powder on it and clean up right up underneath where the contour is, just in case it got a little messy. And then we will dust that right away. I'm not gonna let it sit or anything like that. I'm gonna use the same Real Techniques buffing brush to blend that away. So this is the Juvias Place highlighter I was talking about. Now this is in Royalty 2. And it has like a gold shade to it. So this is very pigmented too. You don't want to use a lot. So I just go right in with that on the tops of my cheeks. This is more of like my type of highlighter.
You never know what's around the next corner.
So for the eyes, I'm going to take this brown shade that we use for our transition color, and I'm going to apply that underneath the eye. I think I want to use this Morphe 213 smudger brush. It's just very small and flat. I'm just going to use it right on the under eye and blend that right, and I'm going to drag it down just a little bit and drag it all the way to the inner corner. This is just LA Colors Black Auto Eyeliner. I'm gonna add that just a little bit on the lower lash line. Okay, so I used to use this this really pretty nude lip shade. Now I forget what company it was from, so when I ran out, I wasn't able to get more. So ever since, I've been trying to find a dupe of the lip shade that I was using for like a nice nude combo look. Now I have so many nude lipsticks, but a lot of them are like pink, and I kind of wanted like more of like a very pale pasty kind of pink, if that makes sense. So I went to MAC and I found this Bare Bling cream lipstick. I don't know if this is gonna work the way I wanted to, but when I tried it out in the store, it was really nice. They did let me do swatches there. So first I'm going to line my lips. Now this is LA Girl Perfect Precision eyeliner in the shade brown, but I'm gonna use this for my lips. So for my lips, I'm just gonna line it with this first.
Life is just always mysterious and surprising. You never know what's around the next corner. You never know what's around the next corner. So. never know what's around the next corner.
So now I'm going to use this MAC lipstick, cream lipstick, right in the center of my lips, just like this.
Life is just
And
always mysterious and surprising.
okay, so this is doing what I wanted to do. Wow, this is really, really nice. This is exactly what I was looking for. I was a little scared. I was like, oh girl, this is not gonna work. But it's not bad. It's doing its job for now. So I'm gonna use this brush. This is a this is an Herbalife nutrition brush. It's so funny. My partner has this Herbalife business, and they sent her some makeup brushes, and this is one of them. So I'm going to use this just to blend out the corners and make it look a little less harsh. I'm just going to tap that. I'm not going to really go in. Now I'm still undecided if I want to use a gloss. I think I might though. This lipstick actually worked out really, really perfect. I was so nervous. So I think I am going to add a gloss. Yes, I'm gonna add a gloss. Okay, so I went ahead and I added some gloss, and I also added some earrings, a sweater, and I put my hair down. I really, really like the way this look turned out. Oh, I almost forgot. So before we finish, I'm going to use this setting spray. This is the Morphe Luminous Setting Spray. I like more of a glowy, dewy finish. So I'm gonna spray my face with this. I kind of like overdo it, but I really, really love the finish that it gives. So this is the finished look. For my future videos, I will adjust my lighting so it can be a little bit better. I kind of feel like it's a little off, but in person it is blending really, really, really nice. Don't forget to let me know in the comments down below how you like this look and what other looks that you would like to see, and I will be back for more. Thanks for watching.
You never know what's around the next corner. So.